Kazuya Mishima is a legend, going from the hero of the original Tekken game to becoming one of the most popular villains, not only in fighting games, but in the entire gaming genre. Everyone knows this guy. He's had an incredibly big impact on the gaming sphere, especially in recent years, with him being added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and exposing a whole new audience to him, and Tekken as a whole. Kazuya has always been a very popular pick in Tekken, with new players and legacy players alike, despite some significant hurdles to playing the character, like his extreme difficulty, which, don't worry, we'll be talking about later. He's just always at the top of the popularity charts, with him currently sitting as the 4th most popular character in all of Tekken 8. Whether he's throwing iconic characters off of a cliff, or just working on his sneaker collection, Kazuya has amassed a pretty crazy fan base. But why is that? Why does everyone love this character so much? Let's talk about it. Being one of the original Tekken characters, Kazuya has accumulated a fan base unlike almost any other character in fighting games. The level of loyalty Kazuya players have to their character needs to be studied, sticking with him throughout the best and worst times of the character. You'd be surprised how many people actually play Tekken exclusively for Kazuya, and have been playing him for like 30 years. There's a lot of people like this, but legacy isn't enough to hold a character up for this long. I mean, Tekken has grown a lot since the old days. I think it's safe to assume the average Tekken player probably hasn't been playing for 30 years. So Kazuya maintains his popularity to a new generation through a couple of key ways. Word of mouth is big here. Like I said before, he's developed a very big reputation of being one of the coolest and most hype characters in the series through various content creators and pro players in the community. I mean, let's be real. There's no better reaction than hearing the crowd cheer when someone pulls out Kazuya in a tournament. He's pure hype the character, being one of the characters with the biggest room for outplay and comeback potential in the game. Everyone loves watching him. So to understand why he's maintained such a level of popularity throughout the years, we need to figure out why he's so hyped and revered in this community. So let's take a look at the most important thing about him, his moveset. When we're talking about what makes Kazuya Kazuya, the first thing that comes to mind is the Electric Wind God Fist. The Electric is Kazuya, and is one of, if not the most well-known moves in Tekken history, and Kazuya players live for this move. Hitting your first ever Electric is like a drug. It awakens something inside of you, and for many people, myself included, it puts you on the Mishima path for the rest of your Tekken journey. Seriously, it's hard to explain the level of satisfaction you get from doing a perfect sidestep into immediately punishing with an Electric, or blocking a -14 move and perfectly launching it into a triple Electric combo. If you ask me, it's undisputable that the Electric is one of the most satisfying moves to hit in any fighting game, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I was on and off with the game throughout the life of Tekken 7, but even when I wasn't actively playing the game, I would still open it up and practice Electrics multiple times a week whenever I was bored. It's just that addicting. Now Kazuya certainly isn't the only character in Tekken 8 with an Electric. He shares it with his family, but he relies on the move far more than any of the others do. He's the only one without an easy 15-frame standing launcher, meaning he relies on pure execution to punish unsafe moves. Kazuya also lacks strong poking, so he relies on his Electric for neutral control and keep out way more than the others. In general, Kazuya uses a way smaller amount of moves than most other characters, forcing the Kazuya players to use this small arsenal of moves very effectively to completely outplay their opponent and keep them constantly guessing. I went more into detail about why Kazuya is so difficult in another video you guys can check out, but it's generally agreed upon that he's one of the hardest characters in the game. And going hand in hand with the Electric execution I mentioned is his wave dash execution. Kazuya relies on his wave dash far more than the other Mishimas, and is another key thing to practice on this character. His 50-50 takes a lot of execution if you want to do a really good one, but also relies on pure Tekken skill. It's more than just a guessing game, it's a mind game you're constantly playing with your opponent, and this is very hard to do. So he sounds hard to play, right? A complete lack of panic buttons, some of the highest execution demands in the game, constant mind games. So what do the Kazuya players think of this? They wouldn't have it any other way. They love it. It creates a special kind of pride and achievement that almost no other character in Tekken can give you. Sorry to interrupt this video, but if you guys are enjoying this and want to support more scripted Tekken 8 video essays like this, please consider subscribing to support the channel. I hate doing these, but the YouTube algorithm can be pretty scary and random, so I really appreciate you guys helping me out so I can move closer to my dream of hopefully one day doing these little videos as my job. Thank you guys so much, and let's get back to the video. Many Kazuya players have been practicing the character for years, getting a faster wave dash and wave dash cancel, practicing perfect Electrics, and going for some of the hardest Tekken combos ever for that sweet, sweet unscaled damage. Kazuya is really the ultimate labber character, because there's always more to lab in practice. It's impossible to fully master him. Even the best Kazuyas in the world don't hit perfect electrics consistently, and occasionally still mess up. And that's the beauty of the character. Seeing a Kazuya player hit a perfect electric combo breeds a huge level of respect, as almost every Tekken player knows that they probably spent years, or sometimes even decades, practicing and perfecting this. So they go through all these years of practice and dedication for a character who hasn't been top tier in a very long time. Okay, Kazuya doesn't really suck. He's actually pretty strong right now. But if we're being honest, Kazuya has to put up with a lot of garbage in this game from so many different characters. There are so many other characters who can give 5 times the reward for like 10 times less effort. I swear, half the characters in this game are just cheating. Despite all this, Kazuya players still play him. He currently has the lowest win rate in the game online, and is virtually nowhere to be seen in competitive tournament play. But they still play him. They just don't care. Nothing will stop them from playing Kazuya. They'll never stop chasing the rush of fully outplaying your opponent with their honest and technical character. And I'm sorry, really quick, I've gotten some comments of people saying Kazuya's not honest, and if Kazuya's not honest, there's no character who's honest. Even if you don't play the Mishimas, you have to respect their dedication to him. A lot of them aren't here for Tekken, they're here for Kazuya, and there's something beautiful about that. It's pretty clear through the popularity chart that the character appeals to far more than just veterans, and a big part of this is through 2 other factors: the story mode and his design. The story mode is big for casuals, and he's had a prominent role in almost every single one. Especially recently, with him being the big villain in Tekken 7 and 8. Tons of new people are being exposed to him constantly through this, but having a lot of relevance in the story isn't enough by itself to make a character popular with casuals. He needs to convince people to pick him up, and he does an exceptionally good job at that in Tekken 8 with his design and new animations. His new design is amazing, with him being, in my opinion, one of the best looking characters when compared to previous iterations. They spared no expense making this guy look insane. His animations have also never looked cooler. Comparing him to Tekken 7, it's kinda like night and day. He's been given some crazy cool animations like his Devil Fist, and even the classic moves have just been updated so well. They look so flashy and cool. He also has really awesome looking combos if you ask me, which definitely helps people want to pick him up. All I'm waiting for now is Harada to add the ability to display the character in the menu screen, so I can go back to staring at Kazuya Mishima. The Kazuya player base are just insane. They love the pain of playing him. They don't care how hard he is, they don't care how bad he is, they're still going to be wave dashing and 50-50ing their opponent until the ends of time. To them, beating you with Kazuya is one of the biggest feelings of achievement they can possibly have. They beat your gimmicky and cheap character with Kazuya freaking Mishima, and no one can take that away from them. Anyways, that's about all I've got for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about Kazuya Mishima in the comments below. I'll be down there chatting with you guys as always. And let me know which character you want to see me cover next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more scripted Tekken 8 content like this. And as always, a quick shout out to my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Seriously, thank you guys so much. I couldn't do this without you guys. If you guys are interested, you can support me for as little as $2 a month and get access to a ton of perks like shout outs at the end of each video, a custom role in the Discord, first to 5s with me on my stream whenever I play, and soon I'm going to be offering videos a couple days early. But yeah, that's about all I've got for this video, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.